At resolving a merge conflict. All right, so show me a Git branch. So this is just what I typically do. And Tegan, can you stretch up your terminal and then maybe make your window shorter so that the bottom line doesn't go all the way to the bottom. So if you're maximized right now, unmaximize. Just so we can make the window shorter so everybody can see it without a problem. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, can you raise it up any higher? Is that as high as you can raise it on the screen? Oh, I think that's it because it's inside of mine. That's probably okay. It's my window. So what is it? It's like function F8 or something. To make this bar go away.
F11.
F11. Thanks. That's better. Okay, can everybody see Tegan's screen okay? All right, so show me a Git branch, Tegan.
How do I do that again?
GIT space branch.
Oh, yeah, okay.
GIT, yeah. So this is always what I do when I'm working in Git. I just make sure I know where I am because sometimes I have like 10 terminal windows open at once. So it's good to make sure I know where I am right then. All right, so we're on the O2 input output branch. That's fine. Show me a Git status. Okay, and it says we've got a new file. We have unmerged paths, and we have changes that aren't staged yet for commit. So unmerged paths. It says unmerged paths because the README is what it had to merge in. Because we already had a README in our working directory, you pulled down a README in that branch, and the README in the branch is different. It has that one extra line. But because it's right next to the line, you know, that we have in our existing file, Git says, I'm not sure if I should just, take this one or that one, or did you want that extra line? Tell me what you want. So, if you tried to, go ahead and try to do an add and a commit, and do a git commit with a message, something like, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah? Now, following our workflow, go ahead to your master branch. So how do you do that? How do you go to your master branch? Yeah, git checkout master.
And then merge?
Yep.
Oh, that's
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now try to do a git push. And it's actually going to let you because we did an add and commit. So let's have a look in VSCode though at what's in our README right now.
Okay.
So just bring your terminal window down a bit.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's like right up there.
Yeah, so if you, no, make that bigger, put that back up, and just put your, oh, there you go, that's all right. Now click on this guy up here, and then let's look at the README. Oh, you don't have a folder open, so just go to File, Open.
README?
Yeah. And scroll down. Oh, look. So it puts in these lines here. Okay? And it also puts in these lines here. So if you check that into the code base, right? And it's compiled code, or even not compiled code, interpreted code. It's like a Ruby file or something. That's not going to execute, right? There'll be problems. So there are different ways that you can manage this. Okay? When we get to pull request and merging pull request, you'll see that you can do it from the GitHub browser. I don't recommend doing it that way unless it's super simple. You can just open the file in some other editor and do it, but VS Code makes it really nice because it highlights, it tells you that what's in green is the current change. Current change means this is what you had in your working directory. Incoming changes, this is what you tried to merge in. Okay? And so it shows you, this is what you have in your current directory, this is what you tried to merge in. Which one of these do you want? Do you want the current change? Do you want the one you're trying to merge in? Or do you want both of them? Okay? And in this case, if we look at, do we want this line or do we want these two lines? What do we want? We want the incoming change. If you set accept both, then you're going to have this line twice. So it'll keep this one, and it'll add this on to it. Okay, we can see that if you want to do it. But basically, what we want in the end is we just want to see these two lines there, right? That's what we want. So we say accept incoming change. And you just click it. No, you just click on it. It's a link.
Oh.
Isn't that nice? And it fixes it up for you, right? So VS Code is the easiest way, I think, to manage merge conflicts. It makes it really clear. The other thing is it'll actually show you when you first create the merge conflict before you do an add, which clears it up. It'll show you, it'll be highlighted in blue over here on the left. It'll have a little blue dot next to the folder that the file is in where there's a merge conflict, and the file name itself and the left will be blue. So you'll know this is where I have to look for a merge conflict. And then you just look through the code for that, what we just saw, and then you accept whichever change is the right one to accept. Occasionally, you've got to do some work there. You know, if it was a really complicated merge conflict where maybe somebody made changes and you made changes to the same block of code, and it's not as straightforward as take mine or take theirs or take both, because it won't be quite right, then you might have to, you know, do some more work there. But a lot of times it's this simple. So we save this file, and we go back to our terminal. So just bring that back up. And now if you do a git status, what are we going to see? What are we going to see if we do a git status now? We have a change because we just made a change to that file, right? So now what do we need to do?
Where are we at? Have we merged it?
So have a look at what it says. It says changes not staged for commit. Use git add to update what will be committed, or use git checkout to discard changes that are in the working directory. And what we want to do is we want to add this. We want to stage it and push this change to the README back up to our repo so that it looks the way we expect it to. And when I fix a merge conflict, I'll usually put a comment like fix merge conflict. Yeah? And then what? We can do git status again, and it's going to show that we have nothing to commit, but your branch is ahead of origin master by one commit because we haven't pushed it yet. Right? So we've got an extra commit in our local repository that we haven't yet pushed to our remote repository. So then we say git push origin master, and that'll push that commit up to our remote repository.
So we don't have to do that checkout stage there?
We don't have to do checkout because what we're doing right now is we're already in master.
Okay.
And then we knew we had a merge conflict, so we said, I better go look at that README and see if there's a merge conflict hanging out in there that I need to fix. Okay, and we fixed it. And in fixing that merge conflict, we changed the README file. So now we want to push that change up to our repo. In order to push it, we have to add and commit it first, and then we push it up to our repo, and now we're all good. Okay? So tomorrow, when you pull down, or not tomorrow, tomorrow you'll be resting. Monday, well, hopefully you'll be resting. Monday, when you pull down the O3 challenge, the same thing's going to happen. Okay? And you don't have to fix it right away. This is just a README, so it's not like, terrible things are going to happen. But in general, when you do a merge, a pull, or merge, and you see merge conflict, it'll tell you when you do it. It'll be there was a merge conflict. So you don't forget about it. It's a good idea right then to go look. It'll tell you which file the conflict's in. Go look at that file, fix the merge conflict, add and do the add and the commit fix merge conflict so you know it's done. Okay? Does that make sense? All right, so you'll get to practice it on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. You'll get to practice it every day. If you get caught up on it again, don't be embarrassed or worried. We'll just, talk to the person next to you and say, I can't remember what I'm supposed to do here. I'm stuck. And they'll probably be able to help you. And if not, somebody else will be able to help you, or come to me if you need to, okay?
Do you want to screen anymore?
No. Thanks, Tegan.